when you're walking in your purpose, like you kind of don't have time for like, is everybody clapping for me?
God is like no time to stop.
All right, so thank you. What am I saying? Thank you. Hold up. I haven't even started like a formal way of introducing these videos. Thank you, audience. Thank you for coming back. I am Elle Harris of Worldwide Women Group, and I am here today with the lovely Shivawn Mitchell, who's going to tell you about how great she is.
I am.
Are you going to tell them about how great you are? Who are you?
That's a loaded question.
It is.
Let's see. First, my friends would say I'm a counselor. I'm a truth teller. I'm also a filmmaker, an author, and I have a podcast.
Yes,
so I kind of do a lot.
You do?
When I say it, yeah, it's kind of a lot.
You do a lot. And you're amazing. And so I met Shivawn through social media. I don't know who it was. Somebody slid in somebody DMs.
It was me.
You slid in my DMs?
It was me. Because I followed your husband. Mm-hmm. And I was like, can you tell your wife like she's bomb? And then that's how.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy you say that because so often, I'm like already getting in the subject, so often a lot of people who know my husband, they'll say stuff like, oh, you're Rashad's wife. And then that's like the end of it. Or like, but what is it that you do?
Right.
Or they just automatically associate me with the with Rebel. I'll say Rebel Summit, with Rebel Society, and I'm not Rebel Society at all. Like I'm Team Rebel Society, but I'm not a part of the Rebel Society. So that really made me feel good to hear that.
I'm glad.
So today we are going to talk about a topic that is very, very, very important. It is called "Look at Me." So we are in the social media digital age where everybody wants to be seen. Well, not everybody. I'm not going to say that.
Right.
A lot of people want to be seen. A lot of people want to have a brand. A lot of people want to be heard. And we're trying to get down to the bottom of what brought us here. So my first introduction to social media was Black Planet.
Mine too.
So, I mean, do you remember when you had to go online and like code to get videos?
And then you had your top, what was it, your top, it wasn't Fans.
No, that's MySpace, right? Was it Black Planet too? Because I don't remember having the top.
Maybe not.
Okay. I think that was Black. I think that was MySpace.
It was. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I never had MySpace because I thought I was too bougie for MySpace. I was like, I'm going to stick with Facebook. It's only for college students. I don't want to be near these peasants who have MySpace. And then towards the end of MySpace, I finally got a page, but I didn't know how to work it by that point. So I was like, that's dead. But I remember Black Planet, and I had Music Soul Child all over my page, like in like the towel print, every song. It was amazing to me. And then I was introduced to Facebook. And from back then to now, it has like evolved so much. There was no likes when we first started. They had groups.
And they didn't have likes.
No likes, but they did have like groups that you could create. And that was, it wasn't even like you could put like your status. It was like so-and-so is. And you had to make sure it was like a verb or something.
You did.
So I remember. And now we're here to Instagram and Twitter. And I guess like for our age group, that's kind of where it
where it is.
So what do you think happened? Like, how did we shift to being these people where we want every part of our life to be documented and seen?
I think because, let's see. I think that people want to feel like they have a relationship. And so I think now it's just easier to say, like, these people are my friends without investing in relationships. So I think, like, that's kind of the thing. But then also it's that validation. Like, people want to feel valid without doing any work. And people want to be, like, the cool kid that everybody thinks is cool and you're really not cool. I ain't trying to shade nobody. But, like,
but you're right.
You're not as accomplished as you put on. So it's easy to front.
Oh, yeah. And I think for me, when it first started, I was like okay with posting all the time and like having like 3 likes or 10, like that didn't bother me.
Right.
I think like now, I don't know what happened or what shift took place, but now it's like I rarely post on Instagram or Facebook. I have to make sure that it's intentional and it's something like either celebrating someone or, you know, something like I don't post for just fun anymore unless it's Instagram story.
Right.
Because I like the 24 hour and the short and it's gone and you don't have to see it anymore. But I think that I don't know what that change was for me, but. And I guess we'll kind of talk about I think it has to do with the other part of look at me, like don't look at me. So I don't want to move too fast, so I'll stop on that. But I think that we've gotten to this place now with social media. And maybe it's because of people that get to go viral. Like, you know, they see that and everybody wants to go viral. Yeah. Everybody wants to have fans. Like, and so now we moved into this thing where everyone is a brand.
Everybody's a brand.
How do you feel about that?
I honestly think that if people really knew what it took to have a brand, you don't care about, like, what? You work hard. Like, I told you before I came in, like, I had 2 meetings in Richmond. I had to drive there. I had to drive back. Like, so I think it sounds cool to be like, oh, I have a brand. But, like, a brand is a job. Like, it's work. So I think it's that same thing. Like, everybody has a brand, but then it's like, what does that mean? And it equates to, like, to me, it's like status. Like, oh, I have a brand. So, like, if you don't, then what are you doing? So I just feel like it's another way for people to make themselves seem like they're something when they're really not. Because it's like, that's work.
It's
like
a whole lot of work.
And like you said, I mean, I have my business page, but I love it, but it's still a job. Like, I still have to think about it. I still have to be intentional. So I think it's just like, yeah, let me try to make it seem like it's something that it's not, when really, no, it's work.
It's a whole lot of work. And for me, I think because of the nonprofit sector, and we've talked about this before, it's a little bit different. Like, there's a lot of things that I wish I could post, but I can't post because I am judged based on the fact that I work with children.
Right.
So if I write something or I post something that does not align with that, it could affect my bottom line with being able to help the people that I'm called to help. So for me, when I see people that say, you know, I have a brand or I have this, I see people post marble and rose gold all the time. And it makes me mad because it is a brand color of mine. And I think why it makes me mad is because it took me a long time to get to that step. And when you really understand what a brand is, whatever your business is, you have to make sure that whatever that brand story is, it speaks to those colors. Right. So you just going out and picking a trend of colors and saying, this is my brand. If you're selling t-shirts, it doesn't match with marble and rose gold. You have to make sure that your colors are powerful and that your brand tells a story. Like, there is a whole process for understanding what a brand is. And I think so many people, they just get out here and they go on Canva. And I'm happy that you can go on Canva because everybody can't afford to be, you know, branded. But, you know, brand, like, Canva is the Fashion Nova right now, right? The Fashion Nova of branding. But we get up there and we just create something because it's cute. And then you mad because somebody else has the same exact layout as you. Invest. If you're really about making a brand, invest in it. It's going to cost a couple of $1,000s, if that, I mean, if that low. But it's going to cost some money to really invest in it and make sure that you're just not making a brand to go viral. Make a difference. Like, if there's a vision or a dream that you have, make a brand in that sense. And then make sure that everything you do aligns with that brand, because you cannot, if you are this brand, this booked and busy person, you cannot, because I hate that so much. Everybody's booked and busy.
You know that's somebody's trademark.
Really? Booked and busy.
Yep.
Wow.
No, but she's really booked and busy though.
Wow.
Yeah, it's somebody's trademark. I can't think of her name right now. She's actually pretty fly. But yeah, it's her.
I feel like you could be booked and productive.
You
Because
can.
busy is not really what you want to be. Like, busy is like you're just moving from one thing to the next.
That's a good one-liner.
Right? So, whoever wants to trademark book and productive, I think that might be a better way to do it. But, I mean, because people take it and they feel like being busy is not being productive all the time.
Yeah.
And no shade to the person who trademarked it. I'm sure she's probably doing great things. And shout out to you, but we take it the wrong way. No shade, seriously. But sometimes we take things and we go a little bit too far with it. Because we got to be seen. So we got to tell everybody what we're doing, where we're going to next. And like, I see people that will put out their whole itinerary. I have all these clients doing this and this person is doing this. Like, be quiet. Be quiet. Just move in silence and build. But it's the social media thing. We go to this place where we feel like everything has to be an announcement. And so here we are. And then if 100 people or whatever don't like what we're doing, then we're sad and we're depressed. And it's going to be a failure because we put all of our hopes and dreams in the likes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think, too, like you said, people want to be seen. And it's like feeding that validation part of them. Because it's like, if I don't have it on here, then that means it didn't happen. Because I think, and for me, my thing is like, if I'm going to connect with people, right? I'm now getting this big thing, like, I want to connect with you in person. So if I'm on social media and like these people who have millions of people or thousands, and they're telling me that their success is based upon this, then you start to measure yourself. Like, so should I stop what I'm doing that's actually working because people don't see it? Or do I like keep doing what I'm doing? Like, me and my friend talked about that. Like, she's a successful business consultant and she does not post hardly. Like, I get on her and she's like, why? I have clients.
I get it. I mean, whatever is working is working.
Right.
And why change that just for validation?
Right.
I don't think so. But some people need that validation. Right. Like, some people need to be able to say, like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like, I think I used to get mad when I would see people, when I post things, they're like, I saw you doing so-and-so yesterday, and I saw you doing this. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't like, in my every move. So for me, it did the reverse. Like, it kind of made me, like, withdraw. Like, I don't want everything to be seen, but I know, at least for, like, Worldwide Women Group, I have to post a lot of stuff about that. And then I find myself in front of the camera a lot because I got to talk. I got to, get things out. But it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. But I think that we have this place where it makes me uncomfortable because I know that I could come off as two different people. I can come off as a bitch to some people and cold, and I can come off like warm and inviting. And so I don't know who you're going to get when you're in front of the camera or what you're going to perceive. So it goes into that place of people needing to be liked. How do you feel about that? I think everybody wants to be liked. Absolutely. People will say, like, I have haters, I'm not worried about them, but we actually do care. We do. We care about our haters a whole lot.
We do. For me, I think it's been like a process, because there was a time that I was so like concerned about what do people think? Do they think like what I put out was good? Or even like, why didn't nobody like my picture? And people will lie and be like, oh, I don't care. No, at one point I was super invested. But I think the more I like became one, your girl goes to therapy. So that was a big thing for me. Like, my therapist was like, do you care what you think about you? Like, do you care more than what people think? And even just being vulnerable and saying, like, this is what I do. I go to therapy, and being consistent and showing people that. But I also think it's when you're walking in your purpose, like, you kind of don't have time for, like, is everybody clapping for me? And I don't have time to invest a super long post about people who aren't supporting me. Because to me, it's a slap in the face for all my friends that like boost me or be like, girl, I see you over there. Like, so if I'm paying attention to the good, why do I care about a hater? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. So for me, it just goes full circle. Like, if you're busy doing what you're supposed to do, you still have time.
Yeah.
Like, I got time to pay attention. No, we trying to get this purpose straight, and I'm trying to make sure that, like, I'm taken care of and the people I care about are. So yeah, I think it just, what's your priorities?
So I think that's, we definitely have that issue of, like, we need people to like us because, I don't know, I feel like there's, like, an adrenaline or something, like, when you like something, like, there's some, like, chemical balance that's, like, released. I saw something, like, a TED Talk that said that, So it's like, oh, wow, oh, that was hot. So I wasn't just thinking that was hot to myself. It really was. So... And then you start to feel good, and so that boosts you to do more and do more. And then that one day where no one's posting or liking, it's like, wait a minute.
You said.
So I guess this wasn't great. I guess this wasn't a good idea. But I think we get wrestled up in that whole thing of we all go through it. Like I'm definitely the same person. I go through it myself. So I've been there when I'm feeling like, oh, someone's not getting onto this or this isn't moving the way that I thought it was going to be. So I have now, like, found myself in this place of not wanting to be seen. And I was having a conversation with my husband on Sunday, and we were talking about, I was telling him how I've never looked at myself like, and this is like, and I say this wholeheartedly, I don't have low self-esteem or anything, but I've never looked at myself as, like, beautiful or pretty or like anything like that. And it wasn't like I didn't think I was. It's just like I've never been like, that's my only trait. So when people say that to me or say certain things, I'm like, but that's not it. Like, I don't look at myself as that. I'm very smart. I do this. Like, I'm more than just
your looks.
A look. And so because of that, I find myself like not wanting to be seen, or I will dumb down who I am or how I present just so that people won't look at me for just that. So, like, I always say joke, but I'm serious. Like, probably 90% of the time I dress like a homeless person. I do.
That's your reason why?
I believe so. Like, and I like, that's something I'm working through. I'm not in therapy, and I don't go to therapy because of one reason. Well, two. My insurance is trash. But the second reason is because I'm a mental health professional. So I know what I need, and I haven't found that yet.
You got to keep looking.
I understand, but it is very hard to be vulnerable over and over and over again. Because I think that when you are going through counseling, that is like you're opening up trauma again. So if I open up this to you and I'm being vulnerable in that space, and then you're not the one, you didn't receive it correctly, then I have to go through that all over again. So I was talking to a friend today, and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I definitely need to go to therapy just to work out some things like outside of my own head. So she was recommending talk therapy, I think she said.
Oh, yeah, I heard that it was good.
Yeah.
And we're so off topic.
We are.
But before we go back, I will say for that, don't look at, I can't tell you don't look at it that way, but I look at it like speed dating.
Yep. See, that's not for me. I don't have time to waste.
So I wouldn't want to do speed dating, but it's like, okay, dating period.
Yeah.
So I might not like you, but I only invested a little bit of time. Not a whole lot, because like I know when I go to my therapist, like I'll be like, no, you're not it. So, this is my third one. Only because my second one moved. It's bad. So I'm going to just keep encouraging you to go.
Okay. I'm definitely going to do it. I just haven't found that person. I haven't found the one yet. But,
back to you dressing like a homeless person.
So, homeless person. So, I do that because it's not a good thing. But I find myself in that place of, like, I don't really want to be seen. So, I'm just going to kind of low-key play it like, I'm not going to go all the way 100 with it. Like, I may be cute from here to here, but I'm going to wear some flats. Like, I'm going to wear my glasses because I don't feel like doing my makeup or my eyebrows. Like, I do that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find myself in that place of not wanting to be seen. Like, I just want to be in the background. I still want to, and that's where the struggle comes, because I still want to make an impact, but I don't want to be in the forefront. And so I think for me, I have to deal with it because I know that I'm called to the forefront. Just by the things that I do and the people that I work with. And I'm super introverted. Like, if I don't know you and I'm in a space, I clam up. Like, I have to have somebody with me, a couple people with me that I know that I can like talk to. Because if not, I'm going to clam up and I'm not going to talk to nobody. And they be like, well, why is she in the corner acting stuck up? It's not that I'm anxious. I don't know y'all. I may do some awkward. I may slip when I stand up. Like, I'm thinking about all of that stuff. So for me, if I could do something to like pull attention away, I will. It's not good, but I know a lot of people that are in that same space. So you struggle between knowing that what I'm supposed to do in life is something that I have to be out in the forefront, but I don't want all that attention. Because attention does a lot of things for me. It brings people to me that I don't want attached to me. It brings people who want to be leeches, because I have a lot of those people around me, and some I'm still trying to get rid of, but it brings all of those, you know, those things to me. So kind of my question to you, are you the person who needs attention or doesn't want to be looked at?
I don't think I'm like to the extreme of don't want attention. It's more or less like I'm gonna filter you out, or I have really good boundaries now, so it helps. So I would say, well, my friends would probably say not attention, but I think I've just gotten better with trusting my gut when it comes to like people. But as far as in the forefront, not really. Because I want to be able to maneuver and do what I need to do. And I also want to be able to stay human. Because when people start to have this expectation of you, of like, okay, you're out there and your business is thriving, which we want. It then becomes, now I feel like I can dictate to you how you should feel today. If you want to engage with me, like, because every day I ain't trying to talk to everybody. And because people see me like, oh, you're always positive or posting something good, it's like, surely you don't have a bad day. Oh, no, I do. And then I'm going to have to repent because I'm going to talk crazy. And so I think that's I wouldn't say fear, but I think like looking at, okay, I know that this is how my business is going to grow. It's like, how do I get to still stay, you know, like Shivawn, where I can say like crazy stuff to my friends and they're not going to be offended. But if you don't know me, you're going to be like, who are you talking to? So I think it's just finding that balance of how do I get to stay human? Because like if you look at celebrities, it's like people don't give people the opportunity to like mess up. And I know me. So I just don't want that, you know, like I don't want people to put me on a pedestal. So I got what you were saying as far as like you try to diminish your light, but you should know, both of us should know by now, like it don't work. Because it's not about your attire. Like you could whole dress like homeless person.
I do. I wonder one day if someone's gonna walk up and be like, here's $1. I always wonder, like, is today gonna be the day where someone says, here's $1? But I feel so comfortable. And it's like you said, it keeps me human. Like, I feel like I can be myself. Like, I can be my quirky, crazy self, awkward self. And I'm okay, like, in that space. Because once I put on, like, this, and I'm just, like, I'm what everyone else expects. Like, I remember we had a conversation, and you said, I said, how do I present on social media? And you said you present like you have like everything together. And I was just like, but I don't. I don't have it together at all. And so I struggle between, I know that there is growth and transparency. That's why I'm doing this whole series. But I think I struggle between revealing too much, and I don't want to be like the Debbie Downer. Or like giving too much and then just being Miss Perfect, because I feel like that's probably what I have presented. And then some people are intrigued because I don't share a lot about my life. So I'm trying to find the balance of all of that and still feeling like I am human. Like I'm not a superstar or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but there are people that come to me and they have expectations just based on what they've seen from social media. Like, and I'm just like, I don't even know how you got that. Where did this come from? Like, how did you put that together? Because I personally don't feel that I present that way. Like, I just post some pictures. Like, someone told me, like, oh, you only post professional pictures. My husband takes, what else did you think I was going to put out there?
But that's what I was going to tell you. Like, you can't, like, it might be in your stories, but your pictures are popping. So your whole theory of, like, down in it or not, like, y'all whole were doing it for the, like, gram, like y'all were, in people's eyes. Like, because, I mean, most people would love to have somebody take pictures of them. Because, you know, that's what, like, people want. Yeah. They want that, like, perfect picture. So in their mind, that just, like, further reconfirms to them, like, you have it together. Just because you have, like, professional pictures.
And let's talk about that process, though. So my husband may take, let's say, 100 pictures. It takes me, he probably took the picture on Friday. It'll be November 1st before I post the picture because I have to go through and talk about all the imperfections that I see in myself. I got to send it to Rashad and say, which one do you think I should post? What time do you think I should post? I got to send it to Brittany. Like, it's that bad for me because I get anxious by just posting that because I'm like, I don't, like, is this good? Is it not? Is it the right time? Is, you know, all of that. Read my post. Like, is it, that is me. So it is a long process just to get to the point of getting it out there. So yeah, for me, I don't know how I got there because when social media first came on, I didn't care what I posted. Right. So now I'm at this place of like, ooh, the world's gonna be a part of my world, and I'm not sure if I want them to. And
do you think it's like pressure because of your business?
I think so. I think it's that, and I think it's because over the last few years, I've been in a place where I'm easily misunderstood, or just like different sectors that I've worked in, just people. If I've had to leave a place abruptly, or just like the image people have of me, and I'm always trying to make sure that I do my part of making sure that what I present is the right way. So I think I have to get over that. Like, I read something about, like, you know, long as you uphold your reputation, stop caring about what other people say. But back to what we said, we always care. Because I don't want anyone to think ill of me when I do have a very pure heart. So I think it's like all of those things kind of mixed together. Okay. But I want to be able to just say, I can't even say right now, I want to cuss, but I can't, like, somebody's child could be watching. You know, like, I want to be able to cuss and say what I really want to say. But if I cuss, can you bleep it out? He probably would. So, but I want to be able to do that and not, like, have a weight, like, from being able to say what I truly feel. But I feel like I've picked the industry. Well, not picked. I was chosen because I chose this for myself. But I think I was chosen to do something where I have to present myself a certain way. Because at the end of the day, for me, I respond to God. Like, whatever I do, if I do something wrong, at the end of the day, I know that I'm held responsible by Him because He's blessed me with being able to have this vision or this purpose. Because some people never find out what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, right. True.
And so, and that's why I struggle with, all right, Elle, you got to chill out with all of this, like being homeless and not wanting to be seen, because you are stopping, like, that one day that you did this, you don't know who you could have passed that could have been able to help you or help the girls that you serve. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I find myself in that space.
I think that you just have to remember, I told myself this today, like, my purpose is bigger than me. And you just have to be okay with that. Because I think that is why you're super in your head. I feel like you think that you're missing out on something when you don't know what's on the other side because you just haven't yielded to it. And I ain't saying, like, post 8 million pictures. But I just think because it's almost like you standing at a door and you're like, I don't even know what's on the other side, but I know this is over here and I don't like that. So I'm going to project those fears to the other side when it's like, no, you're supposed to be great. And like people are supposed to see you as great as they already do. And it has nothing to do with what you wear because they still see it. Yeah. And you can't change, neither one of us can change how people perceive us because that's the same thing. I literally, every person I've ever met just about has said they thought that I was mean. When it's like my kind of defense mechanism because I know that I'm super giving and I'm super nice. So it's like, if you can get past this, then okay, we cool. So I think you just have to think of it the same way when it comes to like your purpose. Like, don't look at it like you're missing out because you don't get to say whatever on social media because you can say whatever among your friends. Yeah. So yeah, that was my little encouragement for both of us.
That's your TED Talk for today.
Yeah, my TED Talk.
I like that. I think that's a really good thought process to have because, yeah, it feels like you're missing out. Like, I get mad when I see people that can go off, and I'm like, dang, I wish I could do that. Maybe I'll start a troll page. Like, if I create a troll page, I'll be able to say what I want. Nobody's gonna know what it is.
Right, so that
but it's gonna feel good, though, just to get it out.
You're gonna be mad because you're gonna be like, I wish they knew it was me.
That's true, so I ain't gonna do that, yeah. But I think that, but social media gives people that liberty, though. I think that's the other thing. Like, people feel like they can say whatever. Like, they are entitled to be a part of your life, and they can say and they can judge and they can give their 2 cents on everything that you're doing. So, I think for me, in the future, like, I always thought, like, if I ever get, like, to a certain level of, like, just being bigger in life or whatever, I would probably turn my comments off.
Would you?
I think so.
Because I always wonder, like, okay, if I get to a certain point and, like, you know how they go in on celebrities, I was like, am I going to respond to people?
Because I would. That's why I need to turn mine off. Because I'm going to respond.
I don't think I am because I'm just, it makes me feel like, but you don't know me. Like, you don't even... You know?
Would you just say that? Would you just like, you don't even know who I am? You wouldn't. Exactly.
I'd probably bust out laughing and then I would show my brother. Like, I'll screenshot and be like, do you see this? And he'd be like... Because my brother's so even, kid. Like, I can call him hype, and he'd be like, but why are you mad?
Oh.
And I'd be like, I'd be like, do you hear me? He'd be like, it don't even matter. So,
but it does matter. I'm about to go in on them. I'm about to find everybody in their family. I'm going to screenshot. See, like, that's why I don't need that. That's why I don't need that. So I may just have to, you know, I don't know. Maybe God may have me in a better place at that time of life.
You're going to be in a better place.
Today, comments off, and I'm going in on everybody. So, well, to wrap this up, where do we go from here? Like, I feel like we're at a place where it's going to get worse, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't think people want it to be fixed because social media has given us what a lot of us haven't had all our lives, which is validation, whether that be from our family, friends, whatever. It's the first time in life where we can get instant gratification on validation. And because we get everything so quick and we feel good so quick, we want everything so quick. So I posted this and everyone liked the idea. I need my business to take off in 30 days.
A week.
In a week. I need to be booked and busy in 1 week. And so we are in this place of thinking that everything happens that fast. And it's not. So what I envision is going to happen is very soon there is going to be some type of mental health disorder that is associated with social media. I said it first, so when it comes out, I need that money. But
give her check.
I feel like it's coming very soon because we have moved to that place where that is where we find our everything. Yeah, and we're so like I go places and everybody has their phone and that's it. Like I'm doing better with like if I go somewhere, I don't want to hold my phone. Like I just want to be able to have a conversation and not record every second of what we're doing. Yeah. So that's where I feel we're going next. What about you?
I think that it's going to stay consistent on where it is. I do think there's already a disorder. It's just not a word for it yet. But I hope that they do what they said they were going to do and take the counts where only you can see them, but like everybody else can't.
That'd be a good idea.
But I think even with that, people are going to screenshot their counts.
Like I look at my reach compared to my likes all the time, and I'll have like 600. and I have like 100 likes. I'm like, and I see people take that and post it like, please see, even though people not liking it, please know that people are.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I think, because you even see it now. Like, people don't know how to communicate because everybody communicates through the phone.
Yeah.
Or like, I liked it, or I jumped in your DM and said hi. Or can you do this? And it's like, I have an email in here. Like, so just send me an email and like have a full-blown communication. So yeah, I don't see it getting better, but I have hope that like people rebel and say, you know, let's go back. And I'm not saying like super go back, but at least let's make an effort to care about human connection, because that's what people are missing.
That's true. So I agree. And wrapping that up, that's how Shivawn and I met. We, you know, she slid in my DMs, and you know, we be going out and stuff, and talking, and having these deep conversations. But it really is about the human connection, like going behind the screen name and actually meeting a person and see who they are, because there are really some great people. I've met some great people through social media. So if you are in the space where you feel like validation is there, and you find your validation there, that may be the start. I'm not going to say, you know, don't feel good when someone likes something, but try to find something deeper. Right. So thank you all for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.
God is like no time to stop.